Everything is mental. The law of vibration and the journey back to the oneself. Before there was the road, there was the traveler. Before there was the map, there was the mind searching for direction. And before I went looking for the golden city somewhere outside of myself, I had to confront a deeper possibility. What if I am the compass? What if I am the map? What if the golden city is not simply a destination, but the result of becoming aligned with the frequency of that which I seek? This is the law of vibration. Everything moves, everything vibrates, everything expresses a rhythm, and perhaps consciousness itself is a traveler riding upon those waves. The digital mind, imagine the mind as a vast digital ocean. Every thought creates a wave. Fear creates a wave. Love creates a wave. Anger creates a wave. Peace creates a wave. When the mind is scattered, the waters become turbulent, the reflection becomes distorted. And when the water is disturbed, we may mistake the distortion for reality, but concentrated awareness begins calming the waters. The waves become smaller, the surface becomes still, and suddenly the mind can see what chaos prevented it from seeing its own reflection. Perhaps awakening is not always about discovering something new. Sometimes awakening is remembering what was already there. I am the balance. I am the balance between opposites, the place where yin meets yang, where darkness reveals light and light gives definition to darkness, where the higher self encounters the lower self. Instead of destroying one to preserve the other, awareness brings both into consciousness. The divided cells become crystallized into one self, not because every contradiction disappears, but because the observer becomes conscious of the whole. I become aware of myself within the source, and within the source I discover the possibility of the collective oneself. Many expressions, one field, many mirrors, one light. The micro self and the macro self. The micro self begins the journey believing it is separate. One person, one body, one story, one lifetime. Yet the deeper the traveler journeys inward, the larger the mystery becomes. The micro begins searching for the macro. The drop remembers the ocean. The spark remembers the fire. The individual consciousness begins reaching toward the greater consciousness from which it emerged. Could the spiritual journey therefore be understood as reunion? The micro self traveling back towards the macro self. The fragment remembering the whole. The fall of consciousness. But why do we forget? Imagine consciousness descending into experience and drinking from a symbolic cup of forgetfulness. With every sip, remembrance fades. The traveler awakens inside the construct without remembering entering it. A simulation, a program, a matrix. Not necessarily a literal computer surrounding humanity, but perhaps an allegory for conditioning, perception, ego, culture, fear, desire, and inherited programming. We awaken inside a reality already interpreted for us. Names are given, rules are given, identities are given, boundaries are given, and eventually the traveler asks the forbidden question: who was I before the program told me who I was? A fragmented mirror. Imagine existence as a great mirror that shattered. Every fragment still carries a reflection of the original image, but no single fragment sees the entire picture. Humanity becomes those fragments. Different cultures, different beliefs, different languages, different philosophies, different pieces of the same mysterious mirror. We argue because one fragment believes its reflection represents the entire mirror. But awakening changes the question. Instead of asking which fragment possesses the whole truth, we begin asking what larger image appears when the fragments are brought together. The all-spark. Think symbolically of the all-spark, the mysterious energy capable of awakening what appeared lifeless. So the energon that powers transformation. These images can become metaphors for consciousness itself. The spark within the machine, the awareness within the body, the invisible energy behind visible transformation. Like Optimus Prime transforming from one form into another. Consciousness may contain the possibility of transformation without losing its essential identity. The form changes, the awareness deepens, the traveler evolves, yet something fundamental continues, observing the journey.